Hello and welcome. This is Zoey Gold, and today we're going to take a look even at a deeper underlying patterns that are sabotaging you and that are preventing you and stopping you from getting where you want to go. Because the thing is, when I work with clients, when they come to work with me, they come with a particular problem or issue or something that they cannot break through. And it's usually, I don't have enough clients, I don't have the relationship that I want, I have challenges in this area or that area. But very often, what they think the problem is only a symptom. And what the real problem is, the cause of it, unfortunately, they do not see. And there are many ways of look at it, but I like to simplify everything, and I want you to apply it in your life, even right now when you're watching the video, right? So let's start. This is going to be our first part of this video because we're going to take a look at two underlying patterns that are basically underneath many other patterns that could be seen just a symptom of these two major ones. So today we're going to look at, right now we're going to look at the first one. All right, so the first pattern that is often tricking and sabotaging you, even if you know a lot about self-mastery, even if you know a lot about personal development, if you know a lot about yourself, this is something that you need to pay attention to right now and see how you are operating here. So the first one is, I am not lovable, or I do not love me. Sounds simple. Maybe you've heard it before, but I would like you to look at it even at a deeper level and look at it with a fresh perspective and see how you can really apply it in your life right now. So what happens when the person, and I'm not lovable, can be seen in different ways. Can be seen as I'm not enough in this or that area, or even little feelings of self-condemnation, self-criticism, or lack of confidence, or those little things when you feel insecure, when you talk with someone, or when you go somewhere, or where you do something, the way you look, your perspective of your inner qualities, of your character, of your appearance, of your abilities that you demonstrated in the past with the results that you got, or the things that you have or don't have now. So there is a long list, we're not gonna go there. But the first one, this pattern is, I'm not lovable, or I don't love me, which actually leads the person to feeling and thinking either, so the two things coming out from this, I'm not good enough, or I'm not enough in whatever that is. I'm not good enough, mother, daughter in business, etc., professionally or in your personal life, or I'm not enough. And what comes from there, it's other things like I'm not good for whatever reasons, again, present or past, and your perspective of it. Because it's often not how things are, but how we see them and how we perceive them that actually influences the quality of our life, internal and external. So when you come from this, that I'm not good enough, that leads to the need to deserve love. And a lot of stuff comes from here. That's where the pleasing of people, I mean unhealthy, right? When you try to please everyone so you get that that appreciation, that approval that you're seeking. Not from within you, not from you, not from the truth of where it actually is, but from some outside approval or outside perspective. And when you are dependent on your opinion about yourself or your love or your joy or your freedom, and when you're dependent on outside things for them to provide this happiness or joy for you, then you're doomed, because the only thing that you can actually control is you, is your inner world, is what's going on in you. You cannot control outside circumstances, no matter how hard you try. And even if you try and if it works, it never lasts, and it never makes neither you nor the other one that you're trying to control truly fulfilled and truly happy. So that leads to the need to deserve love, to do something, to achieve something, to have something, to prove the worthiness that I am able, or I can, or I'm worthy of whatever, right? So that need, and also this kind of pattern of I'm not good or I'm not good enough, leads to fear. Fear of not having enough love, not being loved. And when the person believes that I'm not good, then it can also lead to different fear, to the fear of punishment, either eternal punishment or in general, right? And fear usually leads to protectiveness. Protectiveness and aberration. And we're going to go there. So when you come from the need to deserve love, or from fear, that leads to different rules that you either copied from your parents or from your environment, from people that you observed, or rules that you created in you about what does it mean to be good? What does it mean to be deserving? And these are the rules that you often somehow came up about, made different conclusions based on what you observed around you, based on beliefs of people around you, based on maybe different values and beliefs of the society that you lived in. So these are the rules. And when it comes from fear, when it comes from this need to deserve love, especially from fear, it leads to aberration. And also, when you come from protectiveness, you try to protect yourself from something unwanted. Therefore, you're always focusing on unwanted outcome, unwanted things that can happen, unwanted things that you can avoid. So the focus goes on the problem, the focus goes on avoiding it, the focus goes on to protecting yourself from something, instead of focusing on solution, instead of focusing on wanted, instead of focusing on the result that you want, etc. Right? So when you operate from fear, you basically operate, it leads to aberration. And when you operate from fear and aberration, you do not see the truth. That's why for many people, they say, this is the problem, and they usually bring the symptom. I don't have enough financial resources. I don't have enough clients. I don't have relationship that I want. And because the perspective about particular things and is aberrated, and they come from fear and all of that, and different rules and aberration, they do not see the truth. Because if they could see the truth, they could solve the problem or the situation, right? And when they don't see the truth, and when they come from fear and protectiveness, they focus on unwanted. Because if you believe here with fear and protectiveness that this is the outcome that I really want, and this is the outcome that I really want to avoid, because I'm afraid of it, I don't want it to happen, I want to protect myself from it, the focus usually goes towards this thing that I don't want, that I want to protect myself from. So basically the focus goes automatically on unwanted. No matter how much you know about positive thinking and law of attraction and all these beautiful things and alignment and shifting the paradigm and many, many, many other things that are very, very useful. But these little underlying patterns that actually sabotage you, you know that you, like many people come, they say, I want to feel positive. I know that I should feel or think this way, etc. But when it comes to actually practice and application and doing it, many get to that point when they reach the block, or some pattern is reoccurring and they feel this and for many people it varies from maybe discomfort or stress to even suffering and pain, right? And they cannot do anything about it. So this should clarify a little bit more of what can be going on as well. Now, when you're focused on unwanted, the result of that is you don't have wanted, or you have unwanted. That's in terms of results, but also when you live in this often something that even people who believe that they truly mastered their lives and they truly understand how their mind works, this thing that can go unseen and they don't even pay attention to it or are aware that this is what's going on in them, with this pattern that I am not lovable and I don't love me. Now, if we take a look at this and we compare it to the natural state, because this is something that is conditioned. A baby is not born with I'm not lovable or I don't love me. The baby loves itself. It loves the world. It flows love. It flows life from himself or herself, right? So this is something that is conditioned for whatever reasons. In different people, it is expressed in different levels, right? And can go to different extent. But anyways, let's compare it to the true self, to the natural state, to what's natural for you. So basically, it is the opposite of that. So here is I am lovable and I love me. When the person truly knows and feels the love that is coming in from the source, from life, from everything, and the person knows that he or she is lovable, and when the person loves himself or herself and is in that state of connection and inspiration and well-being which flows to and through you all the time, and that's your true natural state, then you can truly flow love and be in that natural state and flow love towards everyone and everything. Because if you truly do not appreciate, love, adore yourself, how can you truly love other? And while you may love the other, often we love the person. The parent loves the child. You love your partner. But in the moment, even though you love this person, you may feel angry. You may even feel hateful. You may feel irritated. You may feel whatever other feelings. In that moment, you are not flowing love from you. You're not in that state. And that not only influences the other person, it influences the quality of your life. It influences the results that you produce. It influences the level of happiness, fulfillment, and well-being that you're experiencing right now, while you're not allowing yourself to truly flow love. So, when you come from this, which seems very, very it is basic, because love is is at the basis of everything. It's your core. It's the basic building block of creation. It is at your essence, right? So now, when you operate from this, you feel love. You flow love. You are in your natural state. And by love, I also mean the whole array of all other positive, beautiful emotions. That ease, that joy, that lightheartedness, that life, that vitality. And when you are in that state, what the beauty of it is when you truly operate from that love, that alignment, that connection with the higher, broader part of you, with creator of everything there is, with infinite intelligence, with source, right? When you come from love, then you can see the truth. Because you're no longer blinded but by all these rules and pain and fear and need to deserve love and all this aberration that comes from it. You can see the truth of yourself, about others, about life. That comes from within, that comes from here, that comes from the core, that comes from the essence. And the beauty of this is, and that's what I do with my work, is when you truly, deeply tap into who you truly are, when you tap into the truth within, when you tap into the real you, when you tap into the real resources within you, when you tap into your essence, then whatever comes that you need in order to get where you want to go, either emotionally or in your external results, it comes to you. You receive it. So that leads to inspiration, So that leads to inspiration, and that leads to receiving. Now let me stay here a bit longer and go a little bit more deeply in that. What happens is when people try to change their beliefs, they try to fight with themselves. They try to impose these new beliefs on those old beliefs, limiting beliefs, which are actually not truth. But the person keeps thinking those thoughts and is certain about those thoughts. That's what basically beliefs are, the thoughts that you keep thinking and that you're certain about. And you try to impose some positive ideas that are actually beneficial for you. And there is this internal fight with old belief and the new belief. Now, when you truly tap into the truth of it, the truth of who you are, the truth of the situation, the truth that is within you, then you don't need to fight. The truth comes out. You know it. You feel it. You are it. The same thing is when we talk about different techniques like affirmations and visualization and visioneering and like envisioning things and the end results. While these techniques are beautiful and they are tools that can help, again, the person has a particular situation, particular beliefs, maybe that is limiting, maybe that is unwanted. And the person tries to visualize some result that they want that is not manifested yet. And there is this, again, fight, inner fight within. What is, what I believe, even though I know it's limiting, and what I want. And this is the fight. Sometimes this part wins, sometimes this part wins. And very often the person just stays where they are because they move either here, they move here, and they stay where they are. Now, when you come up with that, when you clean this, and when you come up with and come from love, from that pure essence of yours, when you tap into that, you don't only feel joyous, you don't only feel this vitality, you don't only feel all the benefits of this beautiful state in the moment, right? You're inspired. The vision comes. These moments of visualizations, they are not forced. You do not draw some pictures in your mind. From one side, you kind of are part of it because you send intentions about it. You know what you want, but they come to you. The visions, the feelings, because they come from the truth within you about it, because you already know deep within you that it is you, that it is who you are, that it is actually the truth about the situation and about the truth of the real one within you, the real you. And one more thing that I want to say here is that when people talk about shifting their identity, like in this case, like I'm not lovable, I don't love me, and a lot of other limitations that people put on themselves based on their previous experience, that they shape their identity and base and kind of create this view of perception of who they are right now, based basically usually on their results, on what they have or what they were able to do or achieve or not. And when we talk about this shifting of identity that is empowered, that is confident, that is the person who can reach the level of success and joy and well-being that you actually want, and becoming that person. Again, what many people do, they have this kind of old beliefs or old identity, and they are coming up with the list or conscious understanding and awareness of who they need to become in order to get where they want to go. And they again try to impose that through different techniques and different exercises, which can be very, very helpful. But listen to that. What if you could and you can truly feel, know, become aware, understand, and tap into the true identity within you, the truth about who you really are? The knowing that comes from your core, the knowing that comes from something that is greater than you even know about yourself. The truth that comes from the source. And you tap into that true identity, the true identity of who you really are, the truth within you, about your situation, about what's going on in your life, about what's going on in the world, about what's going on with your friends, with your parents, with your family members, with whoever. And then, from that freedom, from that knowing, from that love, you can choose, assume any beingness of your choice. Being whoever you choose to be in this moment. Any identity of your choice that is beneficial for you and that serves you and that leads you towards that beautiful, beautiful journey and destination where you want to go. Because when you are in your true power, when you are in your truth, when you come from that core, from that soul, from that authenticity within you, then you can choose anything you want because you already are everything you are. So this is it for today. Now you've noticed this was only part one, so we only took a look at the first underlying pattern. I will do another video shortly where we will take a look at the second pattern, which is as interesting and as crucial as the first one, and we will see how we can liberate yourself from that. And if you want a deeper understanding of the things that are truly preventing you from getting where you want to go, and patterns that are stopping and sabotaging you, and you want a more personalized and customized approach, feel free to visit my website. It's zoeygold.com. Leave the comments below, and on that website you will be able to find different resources that will help you to literally release all the baggage that is shadowing the greatness, the beauty, the joy, abundance of who you truly are. So this was my pleasure being with you today, and I will see you soon in my next video. Have an amazing day.